the Kupyansk direction, a well-known pattern repeated itself once again. Buildings long abandoned by civilians due to the intensity of the conflict were repurposed by enemy forces, this time as a mortar firing position, concealed inside one of those structures. Russian reconnaissance drones moved first, sweeping the area until they successfully identified enemy mortar crew activity inside the building. And in the footage captured, a stockpile of mortar ammunition was clearly visible stacked inside, a detail that would prove to be the enemy's fatal weakness. Three explosive-laden drones were immediately deployed toward the target, but the most decisive was the drone that struck the ammunition stockpile directly. Within seconds, the first explosion triggered a catastrophic chain reaction that shook the entire building from within, ensuring nothing remained of the mortar position and all its equipment. 3 drones, 1 chain explosion, and 1 mortar position that will never operate again. In the Kherson direction, FPV drone crews of the Ivanovo Guards Airborne unit of the Dnepr Forces Group continued their combat missions. During one combat watch rotation, reconnaissance drone operators detected enemy force movements around abandoned buildings on the right bank of the Dnepr River, and coordinates for all targets were immediately relayed to the command post. Despite difficult terrain and maximum camouflage efforts by the enemy, kamikaze drone operators successfully locked onto and destroyed a camouflage defensive position, along with several enemy temporary deployment points with high precision, proving that no matter how complex the terrain or how advanced the camouflage, Russian drone operations in the Kherson sector remain unhindered. In the Kostiantynivka direction, Donetsk People's Republic, 152mm self-propelled howitzer crews of the 944th Artillery Regiment of the Southern Forces Group operated without pause, fully supported by reconnaissance drones that swept the area first to identify and lock target coordinates. A continuous series of strikes was unleashed against multiple priority targets without interruption, ranging from enemy artillery firing positions and mortar batteries, armored vehicles, drone command centers, to permanent firing points, built as long-term defensive fortifications. When specific targets required a more precise approach, strike drones were deployed alongside the artillery, ensuring not a single target escaped. The key advantage of this self-propelled howitzer system lies in its ability to rapidly reposition after each firing sequence, minimizing the risk of enemy counterfire while maintaining relentless and consistent pressure across the entire enemy defensive line in the Kostiantynivka sector. The effectiveness of the 944th Regiment was further demonstrated when a reconnaissance team of the 238th Artillery Brigade, supporting the offensive operations of the 150th Division, successfully identified the location of a US-made M777 howitzer in the Donetsk area. Target coordinates were immediately relayed to the 152mm self-propelled howitzer crew, who corrected their firing solution and destroyed the howitzer with high precision before it could provide fire support to the front line, delivering a significant advantage to Russian forces advancing in the South Donetsk sector. But the 238th Brigade's operations did not stop there. Reconnaissance teams detected yet another enemy artillery position near Ivanovo, and this time a Lancet drone was chosen to finish the job, diving precisely onto the target and destroying the artillery position with pinpoint accuracy, further strengthening the 150th Division's position and opening wider room for the offensive operations that continue without pause across the South Donetsk sector. In the rear area of the Special Military Operations Zone, Interceptor drone operators of the Unmanned Systems Unit of the Tsentr Forces Group underwent an intensive training program under the guidance of experienced instructors who already carried real combat hours from the front line. Every training session was designed to replicate actual combat conditions as closely as possible, with the primary focus on three core capabilities most critical on the modern battlefield: detecting, locking, and neutralizing various types of aerial targets with speed and accuracy. Because in an era of conflict dominated by drones, the reaction speed and precision of the operator facing aerial threats from every direction is the difference between a solid defense and a gap the enemy can exploit at any moment. As always, thank you for watching and exploring the world of military operations, strategic maneuvers, and advanced technology with us. We hope today's report gave you valuable insight into the evolving nature of modern warfare and the dedicated soldiers who serve on the front line.